So welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about you being able to love being by yourself. You need to love being by yourself. Sometimes we get to a point in life where we just feel like we have to be around people, right? We have to be around our friends. We have to be around family members. And we always have to do things with people. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Socializing is very important. It's good to be able to communicate with each other, be respectful. All those things are amazing. But you have to learn to love to be by yourself too. Because God forbid, nobody's available. People's at work, they have busy lives, all that stuff. All those things are going on and you have things that you want to do. You might want to go to the movies. You might want to go to the mall. You might want to hit the gym. You might want to take a flight. You might want to do all these different things, right? But all because you are so into going and doing things with people, it's like you're struggling. You're struggling because you have things that you want to do, but because nobody's available, you're calling your friends, you're calling everybody, and everybody is doing something, and it's really irking you, because it's like you really want to do this thing, but you've gotten so comfortable with doing things with people that you can't do by yourself. One of the things I have learned is I've learned to love myself to the point where I'm fine with being by myself, right? Like for me, if I want to do something now, I don't think of, oh, I need somebody to do it with. I think of, oh, if I want to do it that badly, I'm just going to do it. There's might be one or two times I might ask somebody, hey, do you want to come or do you want to go? Stuff like that. But I'm not going to do that every single time because I know every single time people are not available and I don't mind being by myself. You see, when you have self-love and you love who you are, you're okay with being by yourself in a quiet room. You're okay with being by yourself in your own environment because you don't have that pressure of, oh, I need to be around people to feel good. Because what happens is when you're around people all the time, it takes the pressure off of you looking at yourself, right? Because you're always looking at everybody else. You're talking to everybody else. But when you're by yourself, when you're able to sit down by yourself and be to yourself, it gives you a sense of enjoyment, of loving being who you are, right? And it just makes you get to the point where you can do things all the time by yourself. It's not easy. Because in the beginning, it was a little bit hard for me, to get up and just say, I'm going to the movies. Like, hey, the other day, I went to go watch Equalizer 3 in the movie theaters. I wanted to go watch it. It was super late. The kids just got finished with their sports. I wanted to go watch the movie. So you know what I did? I went online, see what time the movie was showing. The movie theater by me is not even showing the movie late. But I didn't make any excuses. You know what I did? I drove 30 minutes. I drove 30 minutes to go to the movie theater just because I wanted to watch the movie that night and I felt so comfortable just getting up and go. So yeah, I went to the movies by myself, watched Equalizer 3, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I enjoyed being by myself. At first it felt weird because I see everybody as couples and all these things and they're walking in and I'm like, this is kind of weird. But I sat in the middle. There was a couple next to me. There was mad vibes. We was laughing. It was like we was all engaged in the movie. It was entertaining. It was pretty cool. But I was fine after a couple of minutes of sitting there. I was fine, enjoying the previews, enjoying myself. It was cool. I enjoyed it. It was dope. The other day I wanted to go to a vegan restaurant. Well, it's not a vegan restaurant, but it's mostly healthy stuff they push, like white rice. I mean, they don't do white rice. They do brown rice. They do healthy stuff like cauliflower. They do all these healthy different stuff. And I just wanted to go there and grab something to eat. Kids was finished with their sports as usual. It was on a Friday, just like today. And I just felt like doing something. I felt like going out to eat. And I was already dressed up because every time I go out, I try to make sure I look decent, of course. But right as I dropped them off, boom! Straight, hey, I'm going to go eat. Dad, you going to? Yes, I'm going to go eat by myself. Boom. Went to the restaurant, went to grab something to eat. And I was just sitting there by myself. Everybody's over, like people over here as a group, people over here as a couple. Everybody's here doing their own thing, right? But I'm at I walked in and the lady's like, table for how much? I'm like, table for one. table for one. And I sat at that table, they gave me my menu, and I ordered my food. I sat there, I enjoyed the music. I went on my phone a little bit. I try not to be on my phone too much anymore because I realized I was getting too into the social media stuff. So I started to pull back. I like to engage more on YouTube because, you know, it's not scrolling. It's actually watching and listening and processing and learning and stuff like that and working on you. It depends on what you're watching, right? It depends on what you decide to consume when you go on this YouTube channel. There's multiple things. But yeah, I was at the dinner, eating by myself, chilling by myself. Just as the other day, I went to Jamaica by myself. You know, like, it's like you got to learn to love to be by yourself. You got to learn to love to do things by yourself because it helps you to be able to venture out and do as much as possible without any restraints, with any with confinement or anything just making you feel like, man, I can't do this. Be able to do things by yourself. Go shopping by yourself. Be able to do everything by yourself. Go outside and go to the park by yourself. Go walking. Learn to do things on your own because it gives you that sense of relief. Please. The reason why I haven't made any, if you pay attention to every single one of my videos, none of them have to do with other people. It only has to do with relationship with yourself. Eventually, I might get to the point where I start talking about you in relationship with other people, but you cannot be in a relationship with somebody else until you are good with you. You are not ready for a relationship if you're not good with you. You got to make sure you're good first. And this is why I gave the analogy of the mask with the plane, making sure you're good first before you try to put the mask on somebody else. You have to make sure you're good. So all the things I'm talking about, forgiveness, telling you that forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. You know, integrity, you. All these things that I've been making, all these topics I've been talking about, it's all about you working on you to be the best version of you. That's it. So yes, this video is talking about self-love and being able to be by yourself. Be by yourself. Do things on your own. Guess what? Then everything will play itself out. You're not expected to change overnight. You're not expected to be the best overnight. You're not expected to make a drastic change and become this person that you want to be. But you could take baby steps towards it. You can take steps towards your goal and eventually you will get there. You know, eventually you try the small things first. Try going to a supermarket by yourself. If that's something you used to always do by your, with somebody. Try that. Try going to the mall. This sneakers that you might see online that you want, instead of buying it online, sorry, my phone ran out of storage, but let's get right back into it. So what I was saying was, instead of you buying that sneakers online and waiting for it to come to your house, you just open your door, grab it and go inside. Try getting out of your comfort zone. Try going to the mall and looking for those sneakers. Or call the store. Hey, do you have these in a size such and such? Yeah, we have those. Okay, thank you. Click. You go to the store and go pick it up. Get out the house. Get some vitamin D. Enjoy the sun. Take a drive. Put on your favorite music while you're heading to the mall. You walk in that store, and when you're walking in the mall, get off your phone. Get off social media. Enjoy the environment. Enjoy looking at people. Enjoy looking at people's different style. That's one of the things that I love to do is look at people's dressing style. You know, how they carry themselves, how they look. You know, because I love how everybody's fashion sense is so different. I mean, a lot of it is very similar now, but I love when somebody is able to have different fashion styles. And I'm like, yo, that's pretty dope the way they put that outfit together. You know, I love the colors. You know, it's just cool. And then you're looking at the different stores, looking at the different things they have in the stores. You might see something in a store that you never bought from before, never went inside before, but you see something, you're like, oh, that actually looks sick. Let me go in there and grab this real quick. Let me go in there and feel how it feels and see how it looks. You know, get out of your comfort zone. Stop being so comfortable with being with other people. Try to get comfortable being with yourself. And then everything else would work itself out. All right. So as usual, you know, I'm not going to make these videos too long because I think I hit the main points of this video, which is, you know, just taking baby steps on being by yourself, the benefits of being by yourself, and understanding that there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with loving you. There's nothing wrong with you putting yourself first. You know, one of the things you don't want to do is put people before you. You have to put yourself first. It's like you're so focused on making sure everybody else is good, you neglect yourself. Make sure you're good. I've been preaching this from the beginning, from I spoke about mental health and physical health till now. It still plays all the way through. These are all ways of taking care of yourself, and these are all ways of loving yourself. You know, I haven't gotten a massage in a while. I might go get a massage today just because I feel like it. I feel like getting a massage. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on Groupon, look around, boom. Oh, I found a deal that I like. Oh, I like the time that I like. I'm going to get a massage. If I want to go get my hair cut, I'm going to get my hair cut. If I feel like go get my nail, I'm going to get my nails done. Do it. Stop making excuses. You already know what it is. Peace.